New York City. New York, Knicks. If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back, we back. This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Makers going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all be blue and orange, and everybody starving. Hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers all going in. We back.
Films in the building. My God, what's good?
And I salute the new Knicks. Let's get it.
Shout out to the new Knicks.
The new Knicks, salute my guy.
The new Knicks, the organic podcast.
Uh-oh. Sounds like it's about to go down in here. Going down. New York City, NYC, Brooklyn, Staten, and the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. Brooklyn, Staten, and the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks.
Hello, okay. What's up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Family, what up? Organic fanatics out there back in the building. Salute to y'all. We back at it again on Sober, Saucy, Smoke 'em Sunday, whatever your thrill is. Keep it trill. Stay at the crib. Don't be out there acting wild in the Ville. Back at it with the brethren, the sangre, my brother from the same mother, same father. New Knicks, talk to him. Que lo que, manito?
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to the TOF show. You know what I mean? Welcome home. Could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. Thank you for rocking. Thank you for vibing. Salute to the chat. Salute to the replay gang. Salute to the live. Salute to the big bro, Machete Migs, Chop Chop, and my little bro, Ham, Castle Ruel. You know what I mean? And Mike, the specialist in the background, our Puerto Rican brother. You know what I mean? Ready to rock out.
Yes, sir. My other primo hermano, you know what it is. Machete Machetazo, que lo que, manito? What's good?
Que lo que, my gente de la 110, what's going on? New York City, what's going on? Knickerbockers. What's up, Ruel? New Knicks, Mikey, the specialist. Talk to them Knicks, brothers.
So salute to M Specials in the building. If you guys put a little heart emoji with a broken heart for M Specialist, Puerto Rico took a big L. They lost in the Olympics. He's about to shut the show. Puerto Rico took a big L today, but it's all right. South Sudan had to get their redemption on. Puerto Rico still in it. Salute to all the Boricuas out there, Dominicano, Latino, Jamaican, all the island people. Everybody out there, put your flag in the chat where you at. Salute to Keith Watkins, always the building, always on live. Salute to the ATL, peace up, A-Town down. Daniel, Betty Sports, highlights. What up, what up, what up, mi gente, was good. Salute to everybody live chat, replay gang. We back at it again. Another Sunday. We're getting closer to the season. Not close enough. I think, everybody out here just slapping veins. You know what I'm saying? We jonesing. We eager for this year to start. You know what I'm saying? The title of today, as you see it, The Future is Now. The future is now. We playing that theme music. We're playing it now, Kicking the Door from Biggie. The rain was short like leprechauns. Don Dada. Down goes the Celtics. We coming after them. This is our year that we talking. We talking about it. We excited. You guys excited? Hey, kid, look at Machete. He pulled out his rabbit's foot. He said he's jinxing it already. What you gonna say, Machete?
You already talking about Dan. Yo, we haven't even played game one yet, bro.
Hey, I didn't hear, and we won it by 30.
Down goes Celtics.
Down goes the Celtics, nigga. We predicting the future.
Hey, what do you call them anyway, Machete? That's not what you call them.
Celtics.
The Celtics. There you go. So salute to Machete always come up with new shit, new Knicks.
Uh, they selling dicks over there.
Hey yo, we ain't even 2 minutes in. We already lost.
You calling them to sell dicks?
Pause.
But hey, we're gonna just keep it moving from there. So the future is now. We got everybody pretty much locked up, which we'll go through the rosters. You know, we got everybody for the most part locked in. Probably on paper the best Knicks squad we possibly have, which everybody got their opinions on it. But solidifying these players here, which was the most impossible. OG Anunoby, highest paid Knicks so far ever. Then you got Mikal Bridges that you made in a crazy trade that you don't lose any asset player-wise, which we thought we'd have to give a Miles McBride, Mitch, 5 picks, and all these crazy scenarios. And to think that we still got these guys and still have all of our players. And to have this Thibodeau-type team, it was only right that we re-signed Tom Thibodeau to an extension. What were some of your guys' thoughts on the extension for Thibbs? Was it too long? Was it not long enough? We don't have the numbers overall, but you think 3 years is good? Oh,
Not long enough. Yo. Listen, I think they should have gave Thibbs a good 7 years so we could secure the dynasty.
7 years?
But
hey, okay.
I mean, listen, I just want to shout out the haters that have been campaigning fire Thibbs for the last 3 years. You know what I mean?
Talk that.
Shots. Melvin. A lot of people in the background. You know what I mean? There was a whole bunch of content creators, a lot of people calling for fire Thibbs the same way they're campaigning to trade Randall. Listen, y'all, it's not happening. Sorry.
That was basically this was what the front office said to y'all.
Yeah, shh. Quiet.
So
Shut the fuck up.
So 3 years, what does that tell you by them giving you a 3-year deal? You know you got OG for 4. You signed Brunson to a 4-year deal. Do you think that gives a timeline of their expectation of what they want this team to do, or what does that look like to you for that 3-year deal?
No, I think the 3 years is just like a little appetizer. They did want to give them 5, but with the media and everybody, so they just say, look, we're gonna call it 3, but we know it's really 5. Yeah, I mean, let's just present it as 3, so it could be consumptionable. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. So, once it's consumable, yeah, I know it's consumable, but I want to say consumptionable. All right, so once it's consumptionable for everybody to take, yeah, I mean, all right, 3 years, da-da-da. Listen, Thibbs is gonna be here for a long time. Yeah, I mean, they did bring in, like we said on the last pod, he bring in Mo Cheeks, Hall of Famer. Somebody that's relatable to his age and knows the science of old school basketball, and I mean, so we got some winners.
Okay. Hey, Machete, what are some of your thoughts on the 3-year deal? You think it was a good deal? Do you think we should have signed them longer? Why do you think we only did a 3-year deal? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, 3 years right now is long enough. He's a guy in his older age. I think that they have plans for him to do a lot in 3 years. Hopefully, take us to the big chip in a couple of years. Hopefully, that's the goal. So, we're trying to establish a culture here and a good foundation. And the 4 years that he's already done, plus the 3 years, 7 to 8 years is a good time frame to build a good culture and a foundation here. What we're trying to do. So we've gone to the playoff twice with him so far. Hopefully a third time, maybe more in the next couple of years. I think I said maybe 10 mil a year would be fair for the next 3 years, maybe longer. He might have if he retires the Knicks, he might have a place up in as a coach, we're only hiring him for the next 3 years. He could be something else later on down the road, because he used to be an executive at Minnesota. And he was at a time he was not only the coach, he was a coach and the executive over with the Minnesota Timberwolves. And at that time, they did pretty good. His record when he was in with Minnesota, he was 204 games. He was 97 and 107, which made him a 4.75 percentage, and that was in the regular season. In the playoff season, he didn't have much time in the playoffs. He had 5 games with 1 win, 4 losses, so he was a 200 percentile with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm still trying to look up some numbers right now with us. With us, he's been an assistant coach since 1989. From the 1999 to 2003, he was our assistant coach. But I'm double checking these numbers right now. So carry on.
Look it up. I mean, so right now with the Knicks this year, I mean, with the 4 years he's been with the Knicks, he's 175 and 143. So you're talking about he has way over 500 winning record. He's one of the top Knicks. He's already won Coach of the Year twice. The first year with the Knickerbockers, he took us to the playoffs 3 times. So you said 2, but he's taken us 3 times in the 4 years that he's been our coach. So in that time, he's taken us 3 times, twice contending to the ECF. Within a game, making it to the second round, a top 4 team, a top 5 team, and a top number 2 team, even with the injuries on there. So overall, I think it's a no-brainer to sign him. We brought him over to bring to make a culture against the New York Knickerbockers. So he created culture. They said he couldn't develop players. He developed RJ, IQ, Deuce, even some of Cam. So there's been some talent that he's already developed overall.
Grimes, Obi Toppin, Hartenstein, Sims, Mitch. The list could continue.
Yep. And even then they also said he wasn't adjusting in timeouts. He wasn't making plays in timeouts or adjustments, and he did those. He developed. They always had a story. It was kind of like Dolan. Every time they always had a topic. The first year, he wasn't making the adjustments. He wasn't doing any offensive play calling. Then he fixes, adjusts that. Then now we were the number 9 in the NBA last year in offense, number 7 in defense, but yet he's not an offensive coach. He doesn't know how to draw offensive play. We were 9th in the NBA. Then you got so at number 7 in defense. He developed all these players to where we got them to where they were assets that we could trade up, that they were developed. Even with Deuce, people they want Deuce right now. Everybody want to trade Deuce. Why? Because his value raised up. We got him on a good contract. We developed Deuce, and now Deuce is someone who produce. Where you at there, my guy? He's in the chat. Goes to the produce on there. He's produced in the playoffs. So you got another winning chip. So Thibbs is a winner. We're waiting to see Johnny Harris to throw some trash cans in the chat. So we develop culture. We develop players with Tom Thibodeau. Thibodeau's adjusted to young and older players, veteran players, and trade them. So I think it was simply a no-brainer to sign Thibodeau. So, yeah, I can hear you.
I mean, that's where the front office comes in to solidify and stamp their official seal on the validity of them winning front office of the year. I mean, it's impeccable what the front office has done with this culture. I mean, if you really think about it, we was the laughing stock for many, many years. We was the end of all jokes and all of that shit. You know what I mean? But it's something that's undeniable that Leon Rose has done. I mean, you can see the trickle down of the media starting to come around, especially with the campaign of Perks, and all the real players that see what's really going on. There's a lot of people in the media that just watch highlights and don't really pay attention to what the Knicks are really doing on a daily basis, from summer camp, training, practice, all of that. It's all counted. It's always accounted when Thibbs is at the helm. You know what I mean? And you see that in every one of the players. They all look like mini Thibbs.
And salute to Keith Watkins in chat. Keith Watkins asked, Tibbs should be in his 70s when he's done. So right now, Thibodeau is 66, going on 67. If he hasn't already turned, I got to double check his birthday here. He's about to be 67. This contract takes him right into 70. Whether, maybe he wants out of 70s, he goes to front office, he can draw his millions. Maybe too much. It might be too much for him at that point in time, just like Frazier's 72, I think, right now, and the travel's a lot for Frazier. So at that time frame, maybe it's too much, and we have someone that within that 3 years we can groom, whether it's Mo Cheeks, whether it's
Listen to what I'm telling you. The front office gave that man 3 years because they know and believe that Tibbs will bring 3 chips back to back to back. The time is now. The iron is hot. We're striking. There's no waiting another year. I mean, they're making moves for this year. I mean, we could have did it last year if we was just like 3 more players healthy enough. Yeah, I mean, we would have been right there battling for the chip. So I'm not gonna not count that, And you see, we did it with a 3rd string players. So if Tibbs could do it with 3rd string players, take the whole half a season and take the NBA by storm, come in from 7th to 2nd place, or from whatever it was, 5th to 2nd place, is gonna be a super big problem for the NBA once we got everybody in here and they all healthy.
Salute to Senor Beef. What up, what up, what up? Senor Beef says the window is open. This is the time. So, I mean, and another person in the front office we got to give props, which we do on a regular basis here that people hate anyway, is James Dolan. You got to give him the props to pull the trigger, to step back, to let Leon do what he's got to do, even though some people and everybody's questioning, fire Tibbs, not get Tibbs, get rid of Randall, he hasn't got a superstar in here.
Full brim salute to James Dolan. Yeah, I mean, he definitely deserves that. Everybody mouthing him off. Listen, one thing us Knicks fans, from knowing the history of the Knicks, knowing the history of Dolan, knowing the history of the front office, Dolan has always been loyal, and the same way Tibbs stands up and Leon Rose stands up for loyalty and all of that shit, it starts from the head of the snake, and Dolan is that kind of owner. Yeah, I mean, he's one of the owners that had a all black staff, coaching staff. Yeah, I mean, so like it's hats off to Dolan.
Hats off to him. He's a contemporary type of owner. He doesn't stick to the old ways. He's allowed players, organization. He sees what we need to make it cook. He let Leon do what he got to do.
Listen, my bad to interrupt. The same way we've been saying for the last few years, point I want to go back into what you was talking about, Tibbs. I said it before. We're all not perfect. Ain't nobody here, Jesus. You know what I mean? So Tibbs was learning on the fly, and like Dolan was learning on the fly. Did he make some past mistakes and booted Spike Lee and went against Dog, and we hold both these players and the countless number of things that he has done. But yeah, I mean, everything could be forgiven with the movement that's been going on. Yeah, I mean, and I'm pretty sure the fences will be mended sooner or later with those that were mentioned.
Hey, salute Nick P, new in the chat on here. Appreciate you joining us here. Anybody, if you're new in there, throw something in the chat so we can see you. We appreciate you rocking with us.
Full
brim salute to Nick P in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got
welcome to the TOF fam. Yeah, I mean, welcome. We out here. Tough things.
We tough man them tough.
Tough show.
Tough show. So you got James Dolan, Leon, all the heads office. As you're looking at the thumbnail, Thibodeau, the time is now, and Thibodeau has the ear of each one of these players. There's a lot of times that coaches, i.e. Monty Williams, who got $65 million, that none of the players were looking at them, even listening to him in the timeouts or none of that. And you got players like Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, that are on their podcast defending their coach dispelling the rumors from other players talking about that code that Thibodeau burns his players down. All that, yeah, they took that personally and offensive, and they stood up for their coach. That's a big thing for them to do on their own platform and letting people know, like, yo, Thibbs is a great coach to play for. Thibbs loves his players, and he's going to push them. And even went over on the misnomer of him burning his players.
Listen, I rather everybody run with the notion that Tibbs is the most hated coach to play for, because we don't need no soft mentality like that. You know what I mean? So run with that notion. You know what I mean? Because if you run with that notion, it's pretty much said and determined that you are not built to wear this jersey. This jersey is meant for warriors, for niggas with heart, and for niggas that's ready to put that work in.
It's too heavy for them. The heaviest jersey might just weigh you down. You know what I'm saying? It's like our jersey is like a weighted vest for us. You sleep good at night.
Listen, I can guarantee when every one of those players put that jersey on, it's over 700 pounds. So to run up and down the court with a 700-pound jersey is not the easiest thing to do.
So Thibodeau this year, I mean, this has got to be the best year for Thibodeau. Think about it. In 4 years, Thibodeau's been here. He's got us to the playoffs 3 out of 4 years, 2 times in the second round of the playoffs, 1 coach of the year with scraps and heaps of players. And now you got possibly one of the most illest lineups in almost all of NBA, well, some of NBA history. Let me not go stretch, but a great talent all the way through. Probably the deepest team all the way around. So
Knicks history, and it might not be in NBA history, but Knicks history, yes.
And the deepest team. I mean, look at the squad that he has right here. And then on top of it, you still got 2 players that were killer last year, that were pivotal to us beating Philadelphia 76ers, and Dante and Josh Hart, who you know they're coming off the bench for you, plus Deuce, who was pivotal. The deepest bench all the way around. Tibbs has all of their ears. He has their work ethic. You're going to have a healthy Julius Randle, who's been chomping at the bit from last year, who was on the bench with his team, even though he was injured. He was on the bench. He's seen what his players did. He's seen what Josh Hart did. He's seen what everybody else did, and how those Garden was rocking, how Philadelphia was rocking, how his team was rocking. And he was pivotal in that long game streak that we had with OG. They won 12 games straight with Randall and OG when we went on that 18 run before he got hurt. They were about 12-1, I think, together, or 12-0 with them combined. And so do you think Mitch comes back healthy enough to start?
Listen, well, what I'm gonna say, I want Mike to come in right now, but what I want to say is that I forgot what I was gonna say, so I'm gonna let Mike jump in.
Go ahead, Machete.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at Thibbs' history, man. He has an extensive history, man. This guy's been at it in the NBA as an assistant coach since 1988. When I graduated high school, that's fucking 35 years ago, man. But he's been he was an assistant coach for a while. I just wrote a bunch of things down about Thibbs, man. This guy was from 1989 to 1990 an assistant coach with Minnesota. From the 90-91 season with Minnesota, he was an assistant. Through the 92 through 94 season, he was an assistant with San Antonio. I think San Antonio had a run in the early 90s, I believe. And from the 94-95 season, he was an assistant coach. From 94 to 96 season, he was an assistant coach with Philadelphia. Then he was an assistant coach with the Knicks from 1996 to 2003. So he was in there when we were in the good, when we went to the finals in 99, and when we were in the bad in the 2000s. Right around the time Rick Brunson came in there in the early 2000s.
That's 7 years. That's 7 years.
7 years as an assistant coach. And 3 of them with Rick Brunson under him there towards the end in 2003. Then he was... Yeah, he's been all over the league. He was also from 2003 to 2007. He was with Houston, the Houston Rockets, which they had a good run at that time. From 2007 to 2010, he was with Boston. Won them a chip as an assistant defensive coach, an elite defensive assistant coach in Boston, and from then of course everything is history from there. He was a coach with from 2010 to 2015 with Chicago, and he was giving LeBron James and the Heat a run for their money when he was a coach over there in Chicago during that season from that time. And then he, of course, like I said earlier, he was from 2015 to 2019. He was the coach and also the executive. And then he had some time off for about a year there between 2019 and 2020. And then from 2020 until now, he's a coach with us, of course. He's played, like I said, career 916 games. He's 527 for. No, carry on.
Okay, yeah. So other than that,
Right.
so with the players, so you think that he has the ear of these players? So what I was saying, even with that, so the players that he has now, real winners. That's why people talk about the Nova Knicks, that they've won, they're champions in the college, and that can that transcend to the NBA. Real players, yes, they want to get paid, they want the bag and all that, but players want to know that they have a chance to win. That's another thing in the NBA. Do you have a chance to win? Can you make a run? Are you in a good team? Do you have a good coach? It takes a while to build that. That's why it's tougher for real elite players to go to smaller teams, because it takes them a little bit longer to build. But Leon Rose just showed the formula that as these other teams can build without having as the three-headed monsters, the real superstars that you can build with very good caliber players. They don't all have to get super paid. I guess if you want to fill seats, kind of like Charlotte did to way overpay LaMelo Ball, that's one way to do it, just to fill seats. But do you want to win? I mean, Charlotte's going to fill some seats because they got a name, but we got more than a name. We got players that want to win, and that makes a difference here. It's going to be a great thing to see. I like this team here, and I think, we're going to go real far on there. Would you guys say, Machete, and I know this is early, but where do you see us in the rankings, the reality for it? Do you see us, or New Knicks, if you're ready to jump in there? But Machete, go ahead. How do you see this year going? Everyone healthy. Let's positive. Everybody's going to be healthy. We still got 2 months. Everybody should be healed. First of all, do you see Mitch starting full health?
Yeah. I do see Mitch starting, and I see us where we left off, where we got knocked out due to injuries. I still see us, if you want us replacing, I'll say, in all due respect to Boston, but fuck Boston. I see us in first place. But they're the champs. You say we're in second place, like they're projecting us to be. They're projecting us to be maybe worse, fourth place. Worst case scenario, fourth place. And that's worst case scenario. But they're projecting us to be between second and fourth.
Mike.
Overall in the NBA.
Mike.
Let him say his opinion, bro. What you got to say?
My guy, we was just this. Where's the logic? We was just in second place, so we're gonna jump back. We was just in second place with half a fucking team. So we got better, and we're gonna jump back to 4.
We're not the only ones that got better. We're not the only teams that got better.
No. We got way better than any team in NBA. We play with a third.
Vegas is projecting us between third and fourth. Vegas hasn't put the numbers out there right now, but I projected the projectors to put it out there.
There is no team in NBA history.
Everybody right now is done the rankings. Everybody's done the rankings, and right now they're saying we're fourth place.
Everybody's undefeated right now. Everyone's undefeated.
Yeah, my guy. Vegas had us in 12th place, and they were wrong. Listen, how do we have a third string team take us to second place in the Eastern Conference? In the Eastern Conference, and we got better, and we're gonna go backwards. That shit just don't make no logical sense.
So New Knicks, what do you say? Obviously,
I'm saying we're going 98-0, just like homie said. We're going 98-0, and there's no team that can really fuck with us.
Hold on.
And a lot of things. Listen, this is a topic that I haven't heard nobody talk about. Like, everybody's talking about how good, it's gonna be for for Randall and for OG and for Mitch, you know, having all the guys back. We haven't even spoke of how good that's gonna be for Jalen Brunson. Listen, bro, when everybody's swamped together and the head of Voltron takes the lead, listen, it's gonna be a problem. Everything's getting better, and it's gonna get. Jalen Brunson was fancy feeding on the whole league by himself. Took the whole team on his shoulders. Imagine he got 3-4 players that are coming to help him that he didn't have last year, bro. Like, come on. I'm not.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So you're saying we're going undefeated now. We're going undefeated in the playoffs. Because 98, that means we win the summer league next year too.
Facts. I'm counting all of that. We're winning the draft, summer league. All of that's included into the package.
We're going undefeated in the draft too. We're going undefeated in the draft.
Undefeated. Listen, don't make me say 164. And yeah, I mean, so
how many is that the whole 3 years?
That's 2 seasons. That's 2 seasons.
But so the third season we should be shaking Thibodeau's contract.
Oh no. Third season we'll be floating on it.
You got to carry the one. All right, so Machete, you're thinking anywhere between 1 and 4. You see us as 1 ideally, but obviously between people getting better and things happening, and we'll be between 1 and 4. Is that right? All right.
That's correct.
If you guys know the exaggerator always has us undefeated every year. Salute to Nick. I see us at a top 3 in Boston, and Oklahoma City would be ahead of us, to be fair. Okay. Senior Beef says 57 and 25. That's respectable, but I was looking at something similar.
I did call 67.
I thought you just
no, 98 and 0, but like on a realistic, I said 62 to 67.
Okay. And if I'm going to be honest, just based off my observation, obviously we got the best, deepest team on paper as a team, and I already know I ride with this team forever. I think there's going to be a learning gap in the beginning. First 25 games, like I said last year. Last year, I said we were evaluating RJ, the young players, which we did and ended up flipping. This year, if we don't get Precious by the 9th of August, Kolek is tradable by the August 6th, and Bates Diop is by the 9th of August. So if any of those two, if Bates Diop is going to be included in the trade, it'll be after the 9th.
Listen, that was another thing I was gonna say. Our team, none of our players has gone to the Olympics or done any summertime, extracurricular activities. So I think they coming back in fresh with a chip on their shoulder, as they should. And ready to fuck shit up.
Okay. No, and I'm not, and I don't mean the first half like because they're injured or because they're in Team USA. I just think whether it's Mitch to get his timing back, whether it's you really want to let OG and Randall.
I don't agree with you guys. I really don't. Listen, let's be real. No. But if we're being realistic, we know Mitch just recently got injured at the ending of the season. He's not going to be 100% by the time the season starts. So Mitch is definitely coming off the bench. We're not going to force him to come in as a starter. He's going to play the bench until All-Star break. After All-Star break, he will take the helm and reside back as the starter. But until then, we have Sims, we got Mitch, and we got Precious, hopefully, that comes back and we'll be ready to run.
That would be the smart thing to do, to have him come back after the All-Star, the fucking rock, and have him just kind of like get his feet wet a little bit, so to speak. Mitch, look, man, last year, I'm looking at some of the games right now that he played a year ago at the beginning of the season, and I showed you his numbers were ridiculous, man. That 8th game, he was scoring, 15, 12, 4 steals, 3 blocks. That's the shit that he was doing in the beginning of the season.
Right. He was in the NBA steals.
And to be honest, he was doing strong there till the end, to the playoffs. You know, so Mitch is durable, man. He's strong. He's durable. He's gonna be our starter. I agree with New Knicks. Maybe we have him play off the bench, just kind of save him. You know, have him there, having our backs if we need him. Get the guys that behind him, Thibbs or whoever it may be, get their minutes, get their confidence up to his level. So then in January they can take the back seat and he could drive the bus like
Facts.
that, ready all the way. You know what I'm saying? Stronger. You know what I'm saying? Feels right. We need to conserve his energy, his power. We're gonna need it in the second half, not now in the beginning. We know what you can do. We saw what you could. You were doing crazy. He was doing triple-double numbers. Him and Randall together. It's just the injuries fucked everything up. But we need to bring him in casually, slowly.
Yeah, so he can't be the starter. That's why
we don't need to rush. We see what we got. We don't need to rush. We need to just come in gradually, little by little. You know, a little like droplets of water on top of a mountain. It takes little by little, but it will gradually split that mountain in half. It takes time, but you gradual, slow and steady. Or you know, be like water, my friend. Like be water.
All right, Bruce Lee. All right, Bruce Lee, be water, my friend. I like that. And a salute to Knicks 100 AGM. Salute to you, full brim salute to you, sir. And I'm gonna get to that question in a second. He says, "What happens if Pacers get any better?" And there's other teams. as to what Machete G was saying.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. People aren't thinking about right now. All these people who are in the Olympics right now, and kudos to Halliburton and all these guys that played the FIBA last year, and then they played the regular season, and are now playing in the Olympics right now. SGK, the Olympic teams, and all these guys. But that's gonna catch up to you coming down there next season. Because now you play FIBA. Hold on a second. Now you play FIBA. Now you play the playoffs. No, now you play the regular season. Then you go into the playoffs. Some of yous, you know, and then you're going into the Olympics. Okay, you know, and you know you're representing our country. More power to you. I hope we win it all. But you're gonna come back now to the summer league. Now you're gonna come into training. You're gonna get 2 weeks rest. You're gonna come into training, and you're gonna try to be on the regular season. You ain't gonna be shit. So it makes all that easier, and we don't have to work as hard. We have to take it gradually now. We can take it gradually. We could take our foot. We could slowly press on the gas to January, to April. Then we're gonna fucking put the pedal to the metal, right? And where you guys gonna be? You're gonna be gassed out. You're gonna be gassed out. And Robinson is gonna be ready to go in January. He's gonna be in the back seat, and then he's gonna come. He's gonna fuck you guys up in January, February, March.
Yo.
First of all, they're gonna slap you. They're gonna slap you like the. Have you guys seen on YouTube those Africans fight where they tie that shit around their fucking fist and they tie?
Yeah. I like that.
Be like that's what's gonna be. The Knicks gonna handing out beat downs up the river with a boat and no paddles, and we're handing out beat downs.
Listen. We had a special nickname for the Indiana Pacers during that series. What were they? What was the Jewish? No, sorry.
So come on, once he hits a superpower like Towley from South Park.
No. Remember,
I
we was
forgot.
calling them like church boys or some shit. Listen,
Yeah, the choir boys.
those niggas that come and knock on your door.
Anyway, we'll go back to the choir.
Anyways, but we're talking about Brokeback Mountain Halliburton, right? Listen, that boy couldn't even last. You saw him in the interviews after the game. He needed 2 crutches and 4 players to help him off of the podium when he was talking. Well, don't talk to me about a bunch of choir boys playing against, like, bro. Who could Halliburton go against? Bridges? Against OG? Like, come on, bro. None of these teams could even tie the bubble gum that's stuck underneath our shoes.
Listen, Indiana Pacers are good. They got good young talent. I'll give props where it is. They got good young talent. Halliburton is so skinny that his knees are like swords. That's how it broke Jalen Brunson's hand when he swiped down. It broke Jalen Brunson's hand because it was so bony. He's not strong enough. He's not durable. That's why he's not getting time.
Jalen Brunson on the pod talked about how he's so mad at Halliburton because of that, and he's gonna get him back for that.
Listen.
He's not even getting burn time in the Olympics.
Nothing violent or anything like that.
That was another thing. Could we speak about what we were talking about in the chat, that Halliburton is so much fucking bum sauce and dumpster juice that fucking Kerr had to fucking
cut his minutes
cut his fucking minutes until he depleted to DNP, because the boy is not playing no defense. He got a broken back. He's really not built like that. Nobody.
This is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. They're right now. Look, it's already
Indiana's not built like that, bro.
It's already wearing him down. These guys, they don't. The younger guys are not going to show it as much. The younger ones are not going to show it as much, but eventually they're gonna. It's already. And I'm not saying that they cut his minutes down in the Olympics because he's playing bad. He could be because his body is already worn down from the FIBA through the regular season to the playoffs. And now you're giving him 2 weeks of rest, and then you're putting him in the Olympics. His durability is gonna be even worse going into the regular season because he may not have the time to recuperate.
But what
so
you
that's the
said in
Pacers.
the chat.
That's not talking about even about the whole Canadian team and all those guys that are playing. Have been playing since FIBA last summer, a year ago. They've been playing for a whole fucking full year of basketball. That's great. I hope that in the long run it makes you a better basketball player. But now in the short term, is wearing you guys down, and you're not going to be there for the regular season. I don't predict any of those teams that has any of these players that have been playing for a year now, because it's been a year. We're talking, like I said, FIBA, summertime, training camp, regular season, playoff season. Then you jump and getting some rest, jump into the Olympics. So now these guys going forward, those squads, I don't predict them to do too good. I may be wrong, but I would say they're not going to do too good. Which is going to make the work a lot less easier for us.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Including Philly, who's got fucking Embiid in that bitch. So I predict Embiid, you won't see him for half the year next year.
Yeah, but they got that new clause. You know what I mean? It's not like the past where they're playing and all right, let's give them some minute restrictions and not play them.
Not our problem. Not our problem.
But Silver dropped a new rule. They have to play 65 games.
Yeah,
if they don't play the 60,
not my problem.
They're not gonna last. A lot of these teams are not gonna last. A lot of these
you hear what I'm saying,
Phil? Yeah.
So to what you're saying is yes, they're gonna get played out. They're gonna get burned. There's only one player, in all honesty, that I think that is gonna do well after this, and I think is RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett, I think Toronto's gonna be a sneaky team in the East. I think Toronto with their healthy.
I think you're talking.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
RJ thrives in this. He's a big body kid. I think.
Hey, your Wi-Fi is not allowing you to talk that bullshit. You know what I mean?
Can I finish a thought before you jump in, my brother?
I'm just saying, you were stuttering. Your Wi-Fi was breaking up.
RJ Barrett is the only one I think that would benefit from playing in the Olympics. Out of all the players that are there, I think he's going to come in and he's going to thrive. I think that's going to help his game. For him, maybe not so much for OKC's starting point guard, because he might be burned out after playing all the way to the finals, as Machete was saying. But RJ Barrett, a renewed contract from IQ for the East Coast, because we were talking again how the Knicks compare to the other teams. I think Toronto's going to be a sneaky team. I think they'll be around the six mark, somewhere around there as a 6 team. I think they'll be surprising some teams. I think they're actually going to be better than the Pacers. You're talking about a Rick Carlisle team. If we're talking about the Indiana Pacers, a Rick Carlisle team who's basically another Nash, all offense, no defense. They got good young players that are aggressive. They're going to be a good regular season team in the beginning. They're going to be in that play-in tournament. They're going to be good for that. They're going to be running and gunning. People are going to say we should have had Obi. We should have kept Obi, and more power to them. They're going to be running and gunning. But overall, our team is going to shut down everybody, like New Knicks was saying. That's why I was saying the first 20, 25 games, I don't think we're going to get off to a 62. No, we could, but I think Thibodeau's going to look at other players, the campaigns, the dues, the Sims, to see what we have as figuring out other rotations that he's going to want. He's going to tinker whether if we get Sims into the rotation, it's going to take a little time for him to find the timing. Is OG going to come back 100% healthy with the elbow? Randall could be. I think the first 10 to 15 games is going to be, just taking it easy, getting into rhythm, getting into shape, and getting into people. I don't think it's going to be that we're just going to come kicking everybody's ass like a team like Boston, who's been together for 6 years, has their foundation, has their rhythm, has their rotations. I think we're going to take a couple of games to figure that out, even though we already know more than likely this is the starters. So I just think we're going to start off a little slow, purposefully.
Listen, I don't necessarily agree because of the fact that all of the players that are on this team has been, with the exclusion of OG and Bridges, the majority of this team has been under Tom Thibodeau for 2 to 4 years. So the structure is a little alleviating. I mean, it's not also alleviating for the players. It's also alleviating for Thibbs. Because now all the players that are on the floor, a good 70% of them, know the system and know how Thibbs runs. Like, if we paid attention to Thibbs the first 3 years, he never sat down one game. That hasn't been like that, like the last, I mean? He's finding the comfortability of letting the players do their shit instead of micromanaging and being on top of everybody every play. Now you can see that they get the system, that they get the rotation, the defensive rotation, that they get, every aspect that Thibbs has been drilling. Not only the players, we've been hearing it constantly every year when they get on the podium, mimicking what Thibbs says. You know what I mean? Let the play come to you. Play defense first. All these Thibbs saying, the players already got that shit burnt in their brain. So it gives Thibbs the accountability of letting them play their game because they're already a master at their position. You know what I mean? So I think we're definitely gonna see a lot more calmer Thibbs.
And then to your point too is what a lot of people don't understand that portion, which they say Thibbs says it all the time, players say it all the time. They don't look at that and they overlook that. What Thibbs isn't making the right play call after timeout. Thibbs gives them the play, and he says there's 2 or 3 options. You got to read. The player has to read the defense and make the right read. You hear him say that all the time. So he leaves.
Even you know it. You're not even a Knicks player, and you know exactly what he's been saying because we hear it coming from the players. So if the players are reiterating this every time when it's media day and all of this practice, all of that, to the point that where we know it, they definitely master that.
And that's why people always talk about like, no, he's not making it right. They might play call. If Randall wanted to take a shot, Randall took the shot. But the coach said, make the right read. There's 3 other options other than that, whatever the play may be. If he could take the shot, if you're open, he always says it. If you're open, take the shot. Whoever is at the ball, whether it's Josh Hart, Randall, anybody, but you make the right read. Salute to Coach Zaire. What up, what up? He's in the building. Yes, sir. And then your beef and you Knicks here. So you're right on that. I'm making the right reads, Coach, reading that. Go ahead.
Hey, I just want to hear what the chat got to say.
So I was going into that. So before that, we talked about that. So to answer New Knicks' question, teams don't always just get better by adding talent. And then he was talking about what happens if Indiana gets better. I don't know if I answered it right, but yes, Indiana style defense wins games. They're a good young team. They're going to be good. I think a great in-season team. But I think ultimately defense is going to win the long term.
The Indiana channel? This is the Indiana channel?
So okay, so for you, we're talking at ECF. We're talking about where the topic, sir. If in case you were lost, is win now. It's a win now. So they're comparing, and we're talking about other teams. If we're win now, how do we stack against other teams in the East? Doesn't mean that we're talking about them. We're watching the ops, but some of our chat fam are seeing what other people are talking about. Indiana's good. They got Obi Toppin. They re-signed him. They got Halliburton, who's in the Olympic team. So we're addressing the concerns of them of our ops against us because we think we're going to go to the playoffs, finals, and ECF, and more than likely go for a chip. So that's what we're talking about.
Look, I'm supposed to be watching the op.
Okay, well,
I'm
you
supposed to be watching the op.
watch the
And
chat.
I don't see the op.
Okay,
I don't see them.
Thank
I
you.
don't see the ops.
Thank you.
So there's your answer there.
I got my glasses on.
Mr. Watch the Ops says he ain't watching the Ops. So long story short, if
I don't know. I said I don't see the ops.
We don't see them.
I'm watching the ops, and I don't see the ops.
Thank you. I mean, it's kind of hard to see. It's like a 8-footer coming to play fucking basketball in the NBA when you got a fucking 6-foot guy. You just, yeah, they're there, but you don't see them because we're so
Giants
above that vision, bro. Where like we are
Giants.
Man, listen.
Blue.
I get it, but I gotta be objective and I gotta get all the way around. I know.
Let's go to the chat.
I'm trying to go to the chat, but you guys are slicing the chat up. I'm trying to answer their questions. You guys just coming to drop a ball. Let me read the question. All right. And then senior beef when we were talking about Halliburton or Indiana, the ops that you don't see, that you don't want to talk about. At that time, we were talking about them. And senior beef says Halliburton, because I was asking, he says that's cap, he's trash. He played half the ECF. And I said, who's he talking about? He said Halliburton. He wasn't tired. He just sucks on defense, and that's why he's out of the Olympics because he can't play defense. He got the little weak hamstring.
He already sucked on defense. Now you got him. He's playing tired, and he already sucked on defense. So
yeah.
Really
So now he's thin. He ain't
last laugh now.
He's not getting any stronger. He's not getting any stronger. If he's already out in the team now, rest and rehab. I don't know how they're gonna make it past.
Rest and rehab.
He's gonna need something. He's gonna need something. As Ross says, he's light in the ass. Light in the
Pause.
He's light in the ass.
Pause.
So you guys, so we rocking out here. So is the 76ers a real threat? Is the 76ers the PG?
They got a little bit better, I think. They picked up some players there. I like the Paul George. I like the Paul George. I like that they brought back
was he worth 200?
Ray. They got, they still got Kyle Lowry. They did some other moves in there that I liked. They got rid of Tobias Harris. Finally got rid of him, made room.
Trash.
So is that a championship team right now?
No, they're not a championship team because they don't have the chemistry. I don't think yet. They haven't played a year yet.
They don't have the camaraderie.
They don't have the camaraderie. They don't have that the camaraderie, and they don't have they just don't have that yet.
My guy,
what we have is camaraderie.
Gentlemen, they are building around a fucking 7-foot soft marshmallow crying ass nigga. It's not gonna be that easy for them to do anything, bro. Like the weight of Joel Embiid crying and being as big as he is, bro, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't really going nowhere. Paul George is like 46. Maxi's gonna have all the pressure on him. He's really not built like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't see nobody in the East. I'm not worried about Denver. I'm not worried about there's nothing from the West to the East. There's no team that I see that is better than the New York Knicks.
Senior B says that the 76ers bench is geriatric. So they come with the oxygen tank. They get to walk in with the oxygen tanks.
Listen, the Phillies, a lot of these teams should be sponsored by Shaq and Icy Hot, bro. Listen, a lot of these teams is trash out the door. with a lot of old players that are
You can't say his name in here. You
making.
can't say his name in here. You can't say his name in here. Shaq don't get no love.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm just saying, like that. That's another thing I wanted to. That bullshit that Shaq was saying on his little podcast about the Nova not being winners and all of that. Listen, Shaq, yo, you got love out here. You hip hop and all of that shit. But the Knicks slander, we proved you wrong every year that you and Charles and Kenny start running y'all always wrong. So, Shaq.
This is the first time. This is the first time Shaq is gonna be airing his own episode on his own show, Shaq and a Fool. He made his own episode, Shaq and a Fool. He's the new DSPN.
All due respect to Shaq. All due respect.
Listen. Shaq is the
Those guys are just Knicks for click. It's sad that they've lowered their stand to Knicks for clicks, and talking shit about the Knicks is the only way they're gonna get attention. You guys were great. You guys are Hall of Famers, all-stars, great basketball players, and then now you're reduced to talking shit about the Knicks for clicks because y'all ain't New Yorkers. All of yous, Gil, Shaq, Barkley, all of yous are just, instead of joining the bandwagon as you should, y'all refuse. Y'all like donkeys digging in, refusing to move. But give in to the force. You know what I'm saying? But y'all go though, y'all want to be like against the fucking grain. Y'all want to be Mavericks. That's all good, you know? It's all good. It's all it is Knicks for clicks. And it's sad that once greatness is reduced to bullshit and negativity for clicks.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. 100 Knicks, 100 AGM. You're saying that Caleb Martin to the 76ers is problematic? I gotta hold on. And then he said there's no free rebounds for Hart. Who is stopping Hart? You think Caleb Martin is stopping Josh Hart for rebounds? I need to hear that one. I need some answers for that one. And then you say you take away them rebounds from Hart and from Josh Hart and Hart was getting, it's a whole different story. Yeah, it's a whole different story, but that's why we have them, because they're the best at rebound. So it's not going to be a different story because that's what they do. Josh Hart is the best rebounding guard in the last 6-7 years. Easy.
Josh Hart is
he's not even 6'5".
Josh Hart is the Dennis Rodman of this era. You cannot negate his rebounding skills, his knack for knowing where the ball is at. Listen, only a few great of us know how it is. You know what I mean? So don't be.
And I think that Josh Hart can shoot the threes at the same velocity that Mark can.
Yeah, he can. When he really want to stop fucking around and he want to get in his bag, he'll get in his bag.
Listen, yeah, I was just replying to Nick. So yes, they did get Caleb Martin, who was with the Heat. He's okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let me answer the guy first before you jump in. So they got Caleb Martin. He's good. I like him. He was at the Heat. He did good. Which, if you remember, he's not that much of a problem if the Heat got him from the waiver wire. He can't be that good. Because he played very well for the Heat. He played in their system. He stepped in when they need to. He did good. Then you're talking about Eric Gordon, who's 36 years old right now, whose knees come with injection shots every 6 minutes. He's got to inject them in there. Eric Gordon hasn't done anything in at least 8 years. He's capable of scoring. Then you got Kyle Lowry, who's been overweight for 5 years, and can give you a good 8 minutes. I don't see what they can do on a consistent basis in a series. In a game or two, they're going to look exciting in a regular season. You're going to have a game here and there, but then we got campaign from them. So, I mean, I don't think there really is competition. They're good. They're a good team, but they're not a championship team. That's what they're supposed to be.
Campaign erases Martin.
Campaign? Nah. He was comparing Caleb.
But what I'm saying is like what they got from Martin, we got campaign.
But wait, hold on. But he's comparing Caleb Martin. He was comparing Caleb Martin to Josh Hart.
What?
No,
Listen,
no,
hey, listen. I don't know if you got a Puerto Rican around you serving you up 90% Bacardi and a splash of coloring, like someone here, but please tell your wife or your significant other to calm down and hold the glass because you are talking some blasphemous stuff. You're comparing who to J Hart? Come on.
Listen, you're talking about, he's saying matchups and mismatches is what basketball is all about. And and we'll see. So there's
Okay.
Caleb Martin.
Okay. Let's run with that. Let's run with that. Okay, let's take that. Right? If that's what's set on the table, right? We have Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges at the 1 and 2. We got OG Anunoby.
Hold on, before you go there, break down who their matchup is against Philly.
I'm just saying, like they have to rebuttal me. Who the fuck is really fucking with our starting lineup? When Mitch, all right, let's say that everybody's looking at Mitch as the weakest link, which we always said on this show that Mitch is the anchor and has always been the anchor of the Knicks' defense, right? Let's say if everybody's looking at Mitch as the weakest link of this structure, my G, Mitch just on one leg and probably 80% good just slammed the shit out of fucking Joel Embiid. Like, bro, there's no one that could play one-on-one against Julius Randle and be the dominant, can be dominant over Julius Randle. And the same shit with OG, the same shit with Bridges. Like,
hold on. All right, let me address that first. Let me address here because you're gonna make my brother overburn his weed and not smoke.
Oh my God, I gotta spark down.
Just hit a couple of times. So hold on, nostalgic Knicks. I'm sorry, Knicks 100 a GM. So Drew Holiday locked Randall by himself. Okay, so you're bouncing around. So you were talking about Philly before we get to Boston. Hold on. You can make my brother lose his mind. Yeah, hold on. So let's stick to this matchup we talking about. Philly says you're taking Maxey over Jalen Brunson. That could be. I'll give you. He gives us your best game with 50 points. Hold on. Well, let me finish it. Hold on. My brother's already losing this shit. My brother's it. So you talking about Jalen Brunson and Maxey. Who are you picking over that? Maxey could. Let's say Maxey's on his best day is really good. Let's say that's an even matchup. It's not, but let's say. Let's say it's close. Go ahead. My brother's losing his mind.
I said, when has Maxey scored games over 40?
He scored 51.
Yeah. But on the back-to-back in the playoffs, when it really counts, when you're the only offensive option that you have, listen, stop it. But
just you finish your smoky Sunday. All right, so let's say that. Then you got your number 2, Mikal Bridges, who ideally was a number 1 for the Brooklyn Nets. He was going to be the dude this year for the Brooklyn Nets. He was going to be that guy. Scored 44, gave you the business, can score individually, was cutting. He was creating on his own. He's catching, shooting, defender. He was ideally their number 1. You got him at the number 2 right now behind Jalen Brunson. You have him versus Paul George. If Paul George goes offensive, which if you looked at any plays when Clippers played against Mikal Bridges, you'll see how many times Mikal Bridges locked down Paul George, stripped him, stole the ball, ran down the other way, and dunked on him multiple times throughout the year. He did it in Philly. I'm sorry, he did it when he was in Phoenix. He did it when he was in Brooklyn. Paul George does not want to see. He has nightmares with Mikal Bridges. He has nightmares. And then if he happens to get by Mikal Bridges, you got OG Anunoby. But that's just that one-on-one matchup. Paul George is going to have nightmares with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. One-on-one, I got the younger legs of Mikal Bridges over Paul George. Paul George is elite on offense. I'll give him that. If he's healthy, I'll give him the offensive matchup.
Bridges will fucking give that boy hands down problems.
He did. Mikal Bridges. Listen, there's two.
Mikal Bridges plays defense, boy.
7 foot wingspan. But just look at tapes if we're wrong. Knicks. Let's watch that. Watch Mikal Bridges versus PG. Lock them up. I got Mikal Bridges. Let's say, and I'm trying to be. Let's say Paul George gets a little bit of that. Look what he has to deal with getting past him. OG Anunoby and Mitch. Like that, there he's not going to do anything. If he even gets past him, which we know is not, but I'll give you that. Who's the third player? You got Kelly Oubre versus OG Anunoby. You're telling me Kelly Oubre is gonna do anything to OG? No. OG's gonna light that up. Then you're gonna have their power forward. Who's their power forward? I don't even know who their power forward is. Put who's their power forward. Whoever their power forward is going against Randall for the first time, never to be double teamed. You're telling me matchups? The only players that were playing better than Randall healthy is Jokic and Giannis, that he can't match up against none of their power forwards or whoever they got. Impossible on the matchup.
Hey, you know who was guarding Embiid in the playoffs on a probably at 60%? OG Anunoby at 60%.
And got multiple blocks. And that's and Precious without Mitch, without Sims, with Precious, we bodied them. And the only person that really saved them, guess what? He's on our team. It was Campaign. Campaign's the only player that got him into the game, and he's on our team.
He said he's going George.
Okay, listen, everybody can disagree. Paul George is elite I'll give it to you. Let's say, that's what I said. Let's say.
All right. Hold on. All right, let's go with a Thibbs mindset, because you're going on your own, saying that Jalen. All right, hold on. Thibbs isn't gonna put Brunson on Maxey. One. First of all, he's gonna put Bridges on Maxey. He's gonna put OG on fucking Paul George. And he's gonna put
Mikal. He doesn't need to do that. He got Mikal.
That's what I'm saying. Bridges. I said Bridges.
Okay, my bad. I thought you said OG.
No. Well, either way, bro.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bro. We are a problem. Everybody in the Knicks organization in the starting rotation can play multiple defensive positions, bro, and will hold it down. Philly is not doing that. Indiana is not doing that. Boston is barely doing that.
Knicks 100. Who? Listen, Embiid gets less. If everybody, we're talking everybody healthy, we can say there could be. Embiid has nightmares with Mitch. The only way he can do it is by yanking his leg.
He made Angelo come out the woodworks and throw a comment.
If you got M Spec coming in the woods, you hit us.
Mike is hype.
Yo, hey, Mitch, Embiid, they don't have, other than Embiid, Maxey, and George. Those three players, they're going with a big three. Who can score against any of the other Knicks, whether the starting against Deuce, against the other Steals leader, Dante, against the defender who locked down Jimmy, Josh Hart, against, if we get Precious back, like, who are they going to score? Who else is going to score?
All right, chill. Let me reply to you with reality, right? The reality of the fact is that Joel Embiid right now is playing in Team USA. Joel Embiid is not going to see the court probably till December. Maybe he might play 5 games. Do you really want Paul George? Like I give it up to Raw. He said it first. If Embiid goes down, you don't want Paul George as the first option. And Maxey is not going to handle that pressure being the first option with an old-ass Paul George barely running up the court with him. Stop it. Reality is that Embiid is going to see probably 40%, 40 games if he's lucky.
Yeah, so come on, Knicks 100. I'm trying to give you with it. They in the last 4 years, yes, they had a better record than us. Tell me last year.
Wait. Hey, Knicks 100. We've been saying this since it happened. Did Joel Embiid and Philadelphia resort to dirty tactics and try to injure our players with dirty bullshit because they couldn't get over the hump. Because of the fact is that the New York Knicks would have fucking swept them if the NBA would have been on the up and up. The Knicks would have swept Philly, nigga. Let's talk reality. Embiid grabbed my nigga's leg and detached his hip and his fucking ankle when he was already injured, and Mitch already body slammed him.
Hold on, I got to hit that again. Hey, salute to Just Knicks in there. And listen, and I'm bringing records because Mitch has never. Hold on, because Mitch has never stopped Mitch, or you mean Embiid? Maybe you said Embiid. He's never stopped him. You not watching? You didn't watch the playoffs. You didn't watch the playoffs or any time the Sixers played against Mitch in any time in the season, because Mitch definitely stopped Embiid. First of all, hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me get my thought in. Hold on. You get so he definitely stopped Embiid. Anyone here in the chat can chime in on that. That you talking about the record? Hold on. Are you talking about the record the last 4 years with?
No, I'm talking about when Mitch first came in.
I'm talking to him. To him. Hold on. And he's talking about the 76ers record is better than I was in 4 years. He also had Harden. He also had Kyrie. There was other players he had of a loaded team that team in 4 years was expected to win a championship. True or not?
Did they win? They had all they put everybody around Embiid, and he still couldn't get it done. That nigga's big. He's soft. You see, he couldn't even talk to the media and look them in the face after the Knicks made his fucking eye. After we gave him a what was that? Fucking heart contusion or some shit that stopped his fucking eye. Come on, Knicks 100. Knicks 100. You're not keeping it 100, my guy. We might have to start calling you Knicks 50. We might have to start calling you Knicks 50 if you're not keeping it 100, B.
Hey, Knicks 100. Okay, just to destroy the point right off of the bat, did we beat Philadelphia last year as a loaded team with our C team? The answer would be yes. We beat them with our C team. The people that are going to be on our bench this year beat that team last year with all their best players, minus Paul George. And then you add two of the greatest wings defensively in the last 10, 15 years. Just throwing that out there. Pacers series was the same exact thing. Listen, my friend, we're going to agree to disagree. And I love the feedback. I appreciate you. And that's not no diss, but I think Philly is not a team that in a series. Well, there's going to be a game that they're going to go off, that they're going to come when they're going to try to play hard, and they may get a game. They're going to get a game in the series, and it's going to get hyped to media. They're going to get a game. I'm not saying that they won't. They're going to have a good, but in a series, when it comes to a series, there's no team in the East that's deeper than the New York Knickerbockers. There's no team in the East. Hands down, man down. Hot Sun Breeze, salute to you. Hey, Full Brim, you got to come back on, you Knicks. We got a new one in the chat. Hot Sun Breeze, Full Brim, salute to you. Appreciate you. Full Brim, hot sun breeze. That's exactly what it is out here in Florida. It is a lot of hot sun and breeze. And it's hot breeze.
Hot sun breeze.
Hot Sun Breeze says we need another dog, another enforcer. No bees, want all of the smoke type player. That's some New York State of mind. Fuck out of here with MSG Energy. That's right. So he's saying we need a dog. That's what this team is loaded with. Dogs. That's why Precious would be good as another dog player. He has that dog mentality. If we can get Precious back, would be ideal. That's the last player we're missing out there. Salute. Hot SB. Hot Sun Breeze. What's our record versus teams in the East? Listen, we could go. Listen, what I like to do when the new season starts, I don't like looking at the past. I can agree with it. Listen, there's a lot of stats, whatever, but this is a whole new team. Salute. All right. So this is something that we got a whole brand new year, a brand new team. So this is starting fresh. So this is what I'm talking about. Not so good. How can we be the best? Because the team that you're comparing our past Knicks 100 with players that haven't played against us at all. Mikal Bridges and OG have not played together. They never played with Randall. You're playing with another player with Jalen Brunson, who just made All-Star, snug for All-NBA team. This team is not one that you've seen in the last couple of years. Lost to Celtics. I mean, if you want a wager, I'd host you. I'll put you on the show when we win the series against the 76ers. We'll call you on so you can show up. But you're comparing. You can't say you're Knicks 100 a GM and you got us losing against teams that we beat against our C team.
Hey, Knicks 100. Listen, no disrespect to none of that. We all fan, but were you one of the fans saying, "Oh, the Knicks never won against a 500 team," and then once we spanked them, like remember that was a thing. Yeah, I mean before January. Oh, Knicks only play like that against teams under 500, against teams under 500. Then we spanked the shit out of Milwaukee. We spanked the shit out of fucking Denver. We spanked the shit out of the top 5 teams that were over 500. Like, let's look at reality. Like, yeah, we might have called a loss, as you say, to the Celtics, to the Bucks, to the Magic, to the Pacers. Listen, everybody can take a loss. Yeah, I mean, this is the NBA. Do I want us to be 98-0 always? I'm always want them to be 98-0 always. But the fact is that some days, some games, the other team might have our number.
Salute. I'm going to say one time, he's probably not watching, so he's probably not going to get the replay, so I'm not going to put it in chat. But salute to Johnny Harris, who says that sometimes the regular season doesn't matter. And for this point, I'm going to agree. That's why I'm saying this year, I don't think we're going for 67. Could we go 67-0? Probably. Could we go longer than
but you can't be the quarterback of this show.
But if you let me finish my thought, you might understand where I'm going to go with it. But
I just couldn't agree with the first 5 words you said.
But that's and Johnny Harris. The only reason I'm saying that is because, like Miami Heat, they've made it a long time and they're sustainable winners for the most part. Not about their culture, but they gradually work the team into shape, into getting what they need for the long term throughout the season. So they're not always going for the record, but they're always there at the end. They're always there competing. And I'm not saying we need that now, but the fact that OG Anunoby has surgery, Randall has surgery, Jalen Brunson has surgery, Mitchell Robinson has surgery. That's what I'm saying. The ease in the first 25 games, maybe limit their minutes. We'll still be winning. I think we can still play everybody under 30 minutes or around 30 and still win while getting Jericho Sims involved or whoever the other player is, Precious involved into rhythm, still giving Dante and Josh Hart good minutes where they can all still feel part of the team, where you get McBride in there. So I think if you get them 25 to 28 minutes for starters and everybody else in, I think we'll still be winning. But I think this is going to be a year where Thibbs is going to have to learn to manage minutes a little bit better because we have such a deep team where he keeps other players involved. So that's my thought.
No, but I think like I said, now that Thibbs has been given more weapons and more poisons to fucking throw out to the equation and his formula, y'all have got to give Thibbs the time to adjust as well and tweak his formula and get his formula right. So that's why I agree with the first 25 minutes because, I mean, basketball is basketball. The majority of these guys, we're definitely going to see a lot of Nova Knicks. So they already know how to play, and they're going to be the cluster to lead. Let me rephrase that. They're going to be the nucleus that leads by their actions, and the rest will follow that. You know what I mean? We also have to give Julius Randle his little time to come in. He might be at 100, but it's still going to take time to adjust. You know what I mean? So.
And New Knicks, I mean, that's right, New Knicks. Knicks 100 is saying the Knicks got comp in the East, fellas. It's not a cakewalk. And I agree with you. It's not a cakewalk. Everybody's expected to get better every year. Hold on, but the players that they got, it's either if it doesn't fit perfectly, like it's like the little as a little kid, you try to put a star in a cube. Like they don't go exactly healthy 100%, it is a destructive mode for Philly. Their talent, ideally, their talent that they have is really good, but you have to take accountability that they're older players. Most of them are over 30 and the middle 30s. It's not like they're 31. They're 33, 34, 35. Some of them already have player injuries. Paul George is not known to make it to the playoffs. Paul George couldn't make it with Kawhi Leonard and have elite talent with him. Embiid has not made it with elite talent with him. So it's not like they haven't. We beat them with our bench squad. That's first Philly. We didn't beat Indiana because we just literally got gas at the end. No health, no players. So did they get a little bit better? Yeah, but we got way better. It wasn't that we got a little bit better. We weren't healthy last year, and we got way better. So the teams that that's
Listen, what I just want to say is that what a lot of fans are not taking into consideration is that this is something that has been growing in the Knicks organization for the past 4 years. The nucleus and the formula that Leon Rose has put together and has put forward for the culture of New York Knicks and New York City, it is something that is
Oh no, yo, wait, whoa! I can't let that one slip by. I can't. Yo, hold on.
Who got worse?
Hold on. You need to be clarify that statement. So you said the Knicks.
No. Are you replying to?
Yeah. So Knicks 100. You said we got worse.
No. Hey, listen.
I can't.
I salute Knicks 100 for being a first time follower, but Knicks 100, we're gonna have to start calling you Knicks 50. Yo, Knicks 50. Listen, Knicks 50. You cannot make a statement and say that every move that Leon Rose has fucking replaced has not been an upgrade. So you're telling me that RJ Barrett right now is better than OG Anunoby. You are telling me right now that IQ is better than Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. You are telling me what are you really saying? Because do you have a Puerto Rican wife that is serving you beverages?
He's got a drug dealer. He got a drug habit. My guy got a drug habit.
No. Hey, listen, Knicks 50. Hey, blink twice if you're being held hostage. All right, I don't know. It's LeBron. Does LeBron have you hostage? Blink twice.
Hey, Knicks.
Who has you hostage? Who has you hostage, bro?
Yo, we can't do it. Same Leon Rose who can't find a center. You don't think that he can't find a center? You think that
who made Hartenstein? A guy that came from 4 or 5 different fucking teams and just got a super bag that he's never seen. Who made him? Was it Hartenstein made himself? What are you talking about? Yo, Knicks 50. We're going to have to do a name change adjustment. Please, you're not keeping it a buck. You're not staying true to your name. Please.
You can't say that we don't address.
Hey, listen. No, I know what it is. This is somebody's burner account. This is definitely a burner account. Somebody's trolling
this
us.
This is KD. That's KD.
Hey, listen.
That's Kevin Durant. That's Kevin Durant. That's Kevin Durant.
Who is it? Who burner account? We're gonna guess whose burner account this is.
That's Kevin Durant. Yeah. That's KD. Cupcake. That's Cupcake.
Who? Hold up. Who? No, I know what it is. This is Brandon Jennings' burner account. It has to be Gilbert Arenas.
No, it's Shaq. It's Shaq.
Shaq is quick. I won't put it past. I wouldn't put it past you.
Shaq or Gil Arena?
He's quick. Shaq got bags to have quick hackers out here. Yo, this is somebody's burner account. Johnny Harris made a new fucking account. He's trolling us. It has to be. It has to be. It might be 2 shots. I wouldn't put it past 2 shots.
He heard Tibbs got the extension, and he said, "I'm not coming on this episode."
No wonder he left the chat real quick. Yo, we found you 2 shots. Yo, 2 shots. Oh boy, this is hilarious though. This is hilarious. Next 50 is hilarious.
You almost got us. You almost got us.
Bro, it's definitely a burner account, bro. These statements are, bro.
It's got to be.
Wow.
I don't know. I think it could be KD because KD was mad about Knicks, and we're not.
Cat. It's Cat because he heard me calling him Cat Williams.
So
he heard me calling him Cat Williams. This is Cat's burner account. I'm telling you, it might be Stephen A. I don't know, bro. Like I got so many guesses.
Hey, put who you guys think his burner account this is on the chat comments.
Everybody on the chat, please.
Or the replay gang. Whose burner account is this?
Is it Stephen A? Is Knicks 50? I mean, sorry, Knicks 1. Knicks almost a buck. Knicks almost 100. Is it Stephen A. Smith? Is it Cat Williams? Is it Shaq? Is it Gilbert Arenas? Or is it Brandon Jennings? That's our top 5. I said, or if it's in the community, it has to be 2 shots. Johnny Harris, or who else? We need one more. That's somebody's burner.
So the depth on that, the top 3 teams, according to that, we look at. Hassan Bree says it's Phil Jackson.
It's Phil. He said, I started this.
Holy shit. He mad at
Credit.
He's mad they run secretly the triangle. They secretly run the triangle. He's like, I did that. I did that.
It's Phil Jackson. Yo, son. Yo, Phil, chill, Phil. Chill, Phil.
Salute Knicks 100, man. Hey, just some of your takes.
We just fucking with you.
Don't get emotional. We just joking, man. We just joking. Some of the takes, listen, the season hasn't started yet. We all got our ideas of what's gonna happen.
But you saying that we got worse.
That was a crazy.
It makes me question. I have to question if you're a troll or a burner account because that's not a logical Knicks thing to say. And Knicks fans are the smartest fans in the world. This is a fact.
I can understand your take on other teams got better. We might have competition. I was vibing with that. The fact that we got worse was one that
went left.
Let me do it the other way. You drove off the cliff. You drove off the cliff on that one with us. All love. We'll see as the season progresses. We're not trying to say who's right or wrong. We appreciate your feedback. We're definitely vibing with you. We'll go through that. We'll see throughout the year.
And we got word from the higher ups to move on to the next segment. So next on the board.
So we're just looking at the team, the whole topic this year, which we're gonna cut it short. We ain't gonna make it fun. We had a great time with all you guys. Salute to Hassan Breeze with the Phil Jackson take. Love that. If you're in the replay gang, let us know. Put on the comments. I'm gonna be replying to the comments what you guys think.
Hey, by the way, my brother loves to be humble and all of that shit, you know what I mean? But I want to salute and shout out to the 400 and plus viewers we got on the last pod, you know what I mean? We making strides, moving forward, you know what I mean? We growing and glowing at the same time. We want to shout out everybody that, you know what I mean, is tuned in and rocking with us. Hit that subscribe, help us get to 500 so we can get this fire merch out, you know what I mean? It's been cooked up 2 years ago. We're trying to get a 500 subs so we could get this merch out to y'all.
All right, final thing with you, Knicks 100. I agree with you. It was hard to lose iHeart. It wasn't because he just didn't. There's only so much money we could have given him. There's only so much. It's not that we didn't want to give him. We wanted to keep IQ too. But you can't. We could have paid him $175 million. There's only so much money you can pay a player.
Knicks 100. Mom Duke's iHeart was a part of the show. She loved the show. We love iHeart. We was all hurt, but we all want the best for our players. And it's the same that we feel like the front office feel. They always put the players that we have and that we're moving forward from. We always try to put them in a better position. We make sure they get the bag. We make sure they're comfortable where they're going. We give them a choice of where they want to go. You know what I mean? So it's a family thing. It's a new culture thing. I know it's something hard to adjust to. I'm hip hop years old. So what I'm trying to tell you, I've been seeing this for a long time, and it's something new for y'all to adjust to. But if we don't get with the times, we get left behind. That's why we started this new culture. That's why Leon got back to the roots of what it was. You know what I mean? City and squad always.
And just like you're talking about culture, that culture is something that we developed. So Senior B says one person we made. Exactly. That's just one. Obi Toppin, we made his value to who he was. We put him in a position to win. IQ, we developed him, which again, we're talking about development with Tom Thibodeau. We developed him.
What IQ got? IQ got like
175 mil.
175. Yo, that's roots. That's Knicks roots, bro.
So all this is like, yo, all these other players we talking about, we try to put people in the best position, but they outplayed their contract. That's great for them. They grew. As much as we want iHeart, we love that. You can't give them extra.
No, we developed them. We developed them to the level where they're supposed to be at.
Yep. And we're, so we couldn't. It's not that Leon won. It's not that he's failing, man. There's a certain thing, man. If you go to the Coach store with $300, you can't be mad that they don't want to sell you the $700 belt for $300. You only got $300. You got to shop in the $300 set, whatever you buy, and you can't outspend that. That's what you had on your credit card or your cash. You can't overspend on certain things, man.
And listen, there's another thing I wanted to say, bro. Like, a lot of teams are not a threat to the Knicks because a lot of these NBA teams are still going on that past formula from 2010, where it's the big three. That don't exist no more. Like Golden State demythed that myth. You know what I mean? So we're taking that route where we're growing our players and we're developing the players that have that level of tenacity to wear a Knicks jersey and is blessed with the blessing to play for the orange and blue and this city and this squad.
Knicks 100. The final thing with that too, you talking about that we got that we lost iHeart to Bridges, the most coveted position in the entire NBA, the most important position in the entire NBA is small forward and guard. That's it. That's where the game is. So you can big men. If you look, not many of them are getting big money. So even Nick Claxton, who's just a rebounding person, put back, him and Jared Allen in the same category. Can they do anything other than putbacks, block, and picks? No. So you can get that, to be honest, anywhere. You can get that anywhere. You can't get a Mikal Bridges and OG, especially at their level. You can't get that everywhere. That's why that's the move to make. That's why even if you look at Boston, name me their centers. Other than before Porzingis, you didn't. And they were in the ECF for how many years? The only thing you can name is Tatum and Brown. Small forwards and guards. Elite. That is what the NBA is all about. Before that, 10 years ago was guards. 15 years ago was point guards. If you had a Steph Curry elite at a point guard, you had that. Now it's a multi-positional game and mostly small shooting guard, small forward between 6'7" and 6'9" is the je ne sais quoi.
Listen, Knicks 100. Well, what I'm gonna tell you is that the Knicks got this one thing, right? It's called priority, right? And when they put their priorities first, and they're the ones that's looking at the whole board and know the ins and outs of the structure of what's going on, you go with priority. You know what I mean? Mikal Bridges was the next move, was the plan B to make the plan A work. Like there was no other choice but to get the nucleus of helping Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is a point guard. We haven't had a point guard in let's say 20 plus years. No disrespect to Marbury and yeah, I mean, but since Marbury, which was probably one of our last point guards that we really had like that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that,
And even if you're talking about iHeart, which, and again, we love him, iHeart was the backup to this man, Mitch, who we still have on the team.
we can't see him.
Or whatever. So Mitch, in the whatever my background, to Mitchell Robinson. We sleeping like he's not here with us. He's not dead. He's with us now. He ain't dead and gone. We're not doing visual.
A lot of these niggas be handing out eulogies quick.
Eulogy
like,
Knicks.
Forget.
Eulogy Knicks. Our Knicks fans, eulogy, they done made him dead and gone. They put in our rosaries or whatever. I don't know what they do. Bro, he's still here with us. He's healthy. He's more likely to start.
He's alive.
NBA. He's breathing. He just celebrated his daughter's first birthday. Salute to Mitch.
Salute to Mitch.
He got a generations after him. Like he got a legacy. His child's boy. He good. He's still here with us. He's not dead and gone. Yeah, he's still dope. He was still leading the NBA, so he's still good with that. We'll cut it short. We ain't gonna keep going and beating the dead horse. The whole topic today was the time is now. The only reason we're talking about that is because we got everybody that we think we need. As much as we love iHeart, and we would love for him to come back, we gotta replace him. Jericho Sims is balling. Jericho Sims.
No time to waste. There's no time to waste. Listen.
Jericho Sims, before we got iHeart, who was a steal when we got him, Jericho Sims played very well backing up Mitchell Robinson. He did very well. He's in the tip system his fourth year. We got him cheap, good rebounder. He's good enough to fill the shoes. Between Mitch, if Mitch gets 25 minutes and Jericho gets 25, it's very similar. We're okay with that. We would win even at that combo. We'd do well.
I would like to give Mitch about 20 minutes again from here to the All-Star break. Yeah, I mean, give 25 to Sims starting it off, and give Precious, which I know is coming back. The delays have been. I mean, we'll see past the 6th or the 9th, but the logical thing is to think like the front office. And the front office isn't going to want to spend that bread when we already got the chemistry here. So that's a big thing that we've been campaigning here is chemistry and unity. So we definitely
not chemistry and eulogies.
No, chemistry and unity.
That's what I'm saying. We're not doing chemistry and eulogies.
No eulogies over here. There's the TOF show. We kind of homers on this side. We're gonna see the glass half full before we see it empty. Yeah, I mean that's just how we built. We Dominicans on this side. Yeah, I mean, so we just gonna see the positivity and hope that everybody's with a Dominican mindset, because we don't see problems, we see situations, and situations get handled.
Salute to Just Knicks. He said, bro, comparing Mitch to Hart. He says Knicks versus the entire world. Let's go.
Facts.
My son Bree says, let's go, Nick. That's what we talking about.
Hey,
we coming in. You see, if you guys look at my brother's background, Bullies is balling. That's what's gonna happen this year. The bullies. We're gonna just straight bully people. If you seen the meme of that big strong dude playing defense, that buddy was trying to drive on him. Anyway,
that's listen for everybody. This is what the Knicks is right here. It's a bull made out of basketball skin because we tougher than leather, and we built for this. You heard? Like we don't run from shit. We face shit, and we handle it.
I'm being modest. I'm being modest on us taking it light the first 25 games. I'm being modest. I think I think that's a smart approach, so we can make sure everybody's healthy long term. But if you got this starting unit, even if Mitch plays 20 minutes in the start, and then listen, modesty. If you just got this team right here in the East, if you say, I'm just being modest, even so, but I'm calling it that this will be the first team to win the play-in tournament and the championship the same year. We're going to be the first team. I'm just going to throw some crazy out there. We'll be
wait. That means
the play-in tournament.
That means okay, that new shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant like we will be in 10th place and have to battle to come in because
No.
that's
No, the playing tournament. The playing tournament.
oh, okay.
Tournament. I think we are good enough to win the play-in tournament.
And season, thank you, Mikey. I know I wasn't wrong.
That's why you need to be on, nigga.
Mikey specialist in the
The
background
in
with the info.
season, not the play-in. I stand corrected because
Yeah,
Puerto Rican brother, my Borinquen corrected me.
You had me lost. I said, how are we gonna be 10th and first at the same time? That I thought the weed was like really that smacker. I was like, damn, that's some crazy math in my
that's because I'm sober. Now, sober Sunday doesn't always work out.
Nika, get this boy a drink.
We out. The well is dry. I'm
boy, get some hydration, bro. I haven't seen you drink a sip of water in
hey, boy,
you hydrated, bro.
Knicks 100 got me dehydrated, boy. I got tanto saliva.
That nigga foaming at the mouth.
I'm just saying, I love the team. This team is crazy. The fact that we got Thibodeau re-signed, we got literally every position locked down. There's no one except whether it's the last player whether it's Precious, whether it's whatever center it is. We literally have every player locked down for the whole year. We still got Precious, even though we said we waived him. He's still on the books for the most part. And I'm liking what we have here. I think we have the deepest team ever. I'm liking it. I can't see us going past 2. You got the coach that we re-signed. That in 3 out of the 4 years we've been in the playoffs.
Let me ask Knicks 100 a quick question.
Knicks 100.
Yo, Knicks 50. Yo, my dude, didn't Brooklyn have Kyrie, KD, Harden? Didn't Philly have Simmons, Embiid, Harden? Didn't how many times are we gonna look at the grass on the other side and think that it's greener? Philly just signed Doc Rivers. Most of y'all wanted to get rid of Thibbs, and we was always right here at the TOF show, standing behind our coach Thibbs. Yeah, I mean, because we're older. Look at my brother. Look at all those gray hairs. This nigga should literally be a GOAT. Not in that fashion, but just as a look of a GOAT. You see that gray hair? That comes with a lot of suffering. My shit is wisdom. That's why, you know what I mean? I
Look at this one. Mine is suffering, yours is wisdom. God, that nigga just threw a Molotov at me.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
He just gave me a eulogy. Look at the eulogy. Yeah. You done killed me off with Mitch.
Nah, I just say, yo, that nigga been hurt for a long time. Boy, that's it. That boy been hurt. But my shit come from wisdom. And I'm trying to tell y'all, we about to smack some shit this year, bro. Y'all just strap on and hold on. Pause.
Listen, I get it. Yo, I know you hurt what iHeart, bro. iHeart did great rebounds, bro. But he came behind Mitch. Mitch was number 4, top 4 in the NBA in rebounds. Behind him, you had Jay Hart. We're not going to beat a dead horse. This is going to be the best team. I got us in the top 3. Easy. I got us in the top 3, and that's only I'm saying that low because I want us to start off slow and for Thibbs to figure out system for minutes because you got to play Josh Hart. You got to play Dante. You got to give them some minutes. You can't give them what they did last year and not keep them in rhythm and not give them burn. Deuce is always ready, so you got to give him some minutes. I'm thinking 30 minutes for the starting unit. If we can keep the starting unit at 30 minutes and everybody else maybe 10, whatever the difference is, I think we're going to destroy and run through the NBA pretty rampant.
Man, I mean, shit, like I said, Thibbs got a lot of weapons, a lot of poisons to pick from. So Thibbs is also going to go through an adjustment. Thibbs is also going to learn how to go deeper in the rotation, because Leon Rose sometimes forces the hand of Thibbs by putting certain players on this team. Yeah, I mean, and Thibbs has adjusted well, and the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, we definitely winning. Yes, Knicks 100. We definitely winning our division. We're definitely winning our division. And there's two teams. There's only two teams in the East. There's a bullseye. There's a target. We got Voodoo.
Next 100. Next 100. Well, what was our position last year? We was second. And Jalen Brunson did that shit by himself. Basically by himself, Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, to the point where his abs was, all shout out to Josh Hart, because he played to, even with crushed abs. I think he was training with an elephant on his stomach or some shit. But everybody gave it everything they had, and we made it to the second seed with 2 players, 3 players giving it their all. So that's why I say, yeah, that. No, I'm just saying, like Jalen Brunson has a lot of help coming up this year. If you thought he was fancy feet last year, boy, wait for this year. If you thought Julius Randle was a problem the years in past, boy, you got something coming to you. If you thought Bridges was a problem in the past, every one of these starters have never been with a lineup like this in their career. You got to understand this.
And new Knicks, I'm sorry, New Knicks, Knicks 100. So you're saying because winning anything less, because anything less than winning our own division is a failure to you, and I hear that, but and even so, people are looking at, is this a win now team? To the league, it isn't. Because technically to the league, it's a star-driven league, and we don't have stars. We got a lot of B-plus players across the board, but not, we know what hold on. We know what they are. We know, I'm saying what the NBA looks like.
All right, let me rephrase that. To the media, yes.
What the media thinks and says is a star is not what we see. And that's what they see it. So that's not like a Tatum and a Brown, the highest 2 paid players in all of NBA, that if they don't win it, it's a bust. No, we don't think like that, because we know what we have, and we don't think so. To the NBA, they don't see stars here. That's why they were talking all that with Jalen Brunson. He's not an A1 player or whatever the crap they were talking about. And Julius Randle isn't a one-team option or second player option. So that's why we're going to show and prove. That's why Bullies is going to be balling this year, because we're going to show and rearrange that thought process. We're going to pound their faces in with that wicked whack thought that they got. Anyway, I say we're going to kill this team. Now is an all-in team. We're going to shock the world this year. Everybody that they think is a star, we're going to beat them up. We're gonna give Embiid the winky eye. What is it? The dude? Hey, what is it? M-Special? Dude from the Goonies?
Cyclops. Oh yeah.
Goonies. What is it? Crunk? What is it? Crunk? What's his name? Well, that's what we're gonna make him look like, the Goonies character. We're gonna beat down Philly. I can't see anybody in our division. I don't care who it is. Miami and Philly is the other one that I want to demolish. Like, I want to beat them every chance we see them. I want to beat them by a lot each and every time. Miami and Philly.
Yeah, next 100. Do you understand where Joel Embiid was the MVP, or probably the year before that? I don't know what it was. But bro, we're giving niggas strokes out here. They're literally catching strokes in the middle of the game where their eye is twitching and can't see, to the point where they gotta make dirty. Like, it's gonna be a problem. And to think that the league has been very lenient to the aggressive ball playing that we've been having the last year. Like, the league has been very lenient and adjusting to this new aggressiveness.
Hold on. And he says winning your division is typically home games. We just start making home a real place to play. My guy, we had home court advantage.
Yeah, that's right.
For the first round and second round. You can't have home court advantage without being good. And that's with our C team, with our bench players, with most of our starters gone, most of them. Oh, look at You can imagine. Can they hear you? Anyway, long story short, Knicks is having a salute to just Knicks. We can beat a lot of teams. I see this team winning. And then 99 Knicks. Hot Breeze says we're close to 99 Knicks. It's going to be a big winning show. We're going to be coming back to you. I don't know if we're going to come back Friday or Sunday. We'll see because it's going to be slow. Let's see what happens after the 9th of August. See if we get Precious back, who we get back with the center. So that's what we're going to see. And that's the next watch. Everybody's loaded. Everybody's getting healthy. Everybody's rehabbing. I seen Precious in Miami working out. Precious is looking pretty good. I don't know what that means, whether he's going to be with us or another team. He gets traded out. The next move we're seeing is by August 10th. There's going to be a deadline we're looking at. Something by August 10th is going to happen. So either Precious is on our team, he's on another team, and then we fill that void that we have. That's what we're looking for. After that, it's just getting training camp and getting ready for the season for us to be bullies that's balling. Any final thoughts, New Nick, for you to get us out of here?
I want to give a shout out to the chat. I want to give a shout out to everybody watching, everybody that was a part of those 400 plus views in the last pod. I know we went a little bit over, but shout out to everybody. Thank you for rocking with us. Mike the Specialist, shout out to you. Machete, wherever you at. Yeah, I mean, yo, come rock with us.
Hey, salute to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Just Knicks, Houston Sun Breeze. I'm sorry, Hot Houston Breeze. Hot Sun Breeze. Salute to you, first time in the building. Keith Watkins, ATL, Knicks 100. Everybody's been in the building. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to be probably coming back after the 10th. It's not really talk about right now. I want to see what happens at the next position. And then from there, we'll go and take to the new year. Let's go Knicks, blue and orange. Let's get this dub. Successful year. Love who you have, man. Look, we're deep. We need the positive mind frame teams because we're going to be abusing teams. And that's where we're leaving it at now. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of this and a little bit of this.
Yo, Mikey, get us the fuck out of here.
Forbes and Phillips in the building. My God, what's good?
And I salute the new Knicks. Let's get it.
Shout out to the new Knicks.
The new Knicks, salute my guy.
The new Knicks, the organic podcast.
Sounds like it's about to go down in here.
Going down.
New York City, NYC, Borough.
MSG stand up.
Brooklyn, Staten in the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. Brooklyn, Staten in the Bronx.